The King of the Golden River by John Ruskin.
Read and presented by George Pitropogiannakis.
Once upon a time, there was a valley whose apples were so red, whose grapes were so blue, and whose honey was so sweet. It was called Treasure Valley. All of the flowers and fruit in Treasure Valley were beautiful and delicious because they were watered by a wonderful river. People called it the Golden River. Treasure Valley was owned by two brothers, Schwarz and Hans. They were very mean and stingy men.
22, 23, 24.
They had a young brother, Gluck, who was very good and kind.
Well, what are you bothering us for now?
A poor old man is at the back door. He asks for a few pennies to buy food.
Send him away.
Tell him we never give our money away. We just sit here all day and count it.
And so,
I am sorry, sir. I wish that I could help you, but I cannot.
I know you would help me if your brothers would let you.
a little while later,
We are going out now to make more money. Guard the house well.
Let nobody in and give nothing out.
Mind the roast Gluck. I guess it is big enough for you to have one small slice for dinner.
Gluck watched the fire carefully.
What a pity! My brothers never ask anybody to dinner. They have such a nice roast, and most people have not even a slice of dry bread.
Just then, there was a quick loud knock at the door.
I wonder who that can be.
Gluck leaned out of the window. There stood the strangest looking little man he had ever seen.
What do you wish, sir?
I wish to be let him out of the rail.
My brothers will be very angry if I let him in, but he is so wet. I will let him dry by the fire until it is time for them to come home.
Gluck opened the door. The little man swept in on a gust of wind and rain.
Come in, sir, for just a little while.
Thank you.
The little man settled in front of the fire, with his hat up the chimney. It was a very tall hat, and there was no other place in the room for it.
The fire feels very good and the meat looks delicious. May I have some, please?
I am sorry, sir. I really cannot give you any. It is for my brother's dinner.
Please, just one slice.
They promised me one slice, and I will gladly give you that.
Suddenly,
Gluck, what are you doing?
And who is this funny-looking old man? We told you not to let anyone in.
But, brothers, he was so wet and so hungry.
Let's throw the rascal out.
but as soon as they touched the old man's collar, the two mean brothers went spinning across the room. Then
Hans and Schwartz, you are selfish men. Such manners will bring bad luck to you. Gluck has been very kind to me. I will remember that.
And in a flash of rain and wind, the little man was gone. The Min brothers soon recovered from the shock of the visit.
Look, you are a foolish, lazy boy. Go to bed without dinner.
They ate the whole roast themselves. We have nothing to be afraid of. That old man won't dare come back. But that night they were awakened by a loud crash. What was that? Then,
Hello there. I promise you, this will be my last visit. But so you will remember me. I think I will take your roof with me.
and as soon as he spoke, our money. Catch it!
Help! Help! Don't let it blow away! My God, gentlemen, I warned you that I would remember your bad temper.
The little man disappeared. On his card was written, "The King of the Golden River."
All of our money is gone. We are ruined.
Look! The Golden River no longer flows into Treasure Valley. The valley is ruined too.
It was true. The whole valley was a shambles. The trees, crops, and cattle had been swept away. Nothing but empty, wasted land remained.
Well, what do we do now?
This place is not fit to live in anymore. We will have to move into the city.
So Hans, Schwartz, and Gluck moved into the city. There, the Min brothers became goldsmiths. Hans and Schwartz, goldsmiths. Day by day, they became meaner and meaner.
We are out of gold to melt.
Here, use this mug.
The mug belonged to Gluck. He loved it dearly. "Oh, please don't! Not my mug."
Don't be silly, boy, and it goes.
Watch it carefully now. We are going out, but we will be back very soon.
Gluck's heart nearly broke as he watched his little mug melt.
My poor mug.
Suddenly,
Hello, Gluck.
What was that? Who is calling me?
Here I am in the pot. Pour me out. I am very hot. Hurry, I am nearly boiling.
Yes, I will pour you out.
as Gluck tipped the kettle, a golden stream flowed out. It became a pair of legs, a very bright vest, a beautiful scarf, and a very familiar face.
Good morning, Gluck.
Good morning, King of the Golden River. What were you doing in my mug?
I took the shape of your mug so I could watch over you, my boy. I know you are not happy here. I know you loved Treasure Valley and my Golden River. Well, now I will tell you how to turn my river into gold again.
Take 3 drops of water to the top of that mountain. Throw them into the river, and it will turn to gold.
With these words, the king of the Golden River began to disappear.
I hope to see you soon, Gluck.
A few minutes later,
Well, Gluck, has the mug melted?
Why, the mug is all gone. It turned into the king of the Golden River. Gluck told his brothers the story, but at first they did not believe him. They were so mean, they just never trusted anyone. Finally, "He must be telling the truth. He is not smart enough to make up a story like that." "True, I will take a flask and do what the king of the Golden River said."
Wait! If you go alone, you will keep all of the gold for yourself.
"Of course! Wouldn't you?" So Hans and Schwartz went together because they could not trust each other to go alone. It was a long, hard climb up the side of the mountain. "This is the steepest path I have ever climbed. It has made me so thirsty. I must drink from my flask." "You had better save your water, Hans. You will have none left to throw from the top of the mountain." But a little later,
Now I am thirsty. I must take a drink.
as he began to drink, he saw a puppy on a nearby rock. The puppy's tongue was so dry it could barely speak. "Please, sir, may I have just a sip of water? I am so thirsty." "No, indeed, I have only enough water for myself." "Hans, would you like to help the little dog?"
That is a silly question, Schwartz. You know I am saving my water for the river.
The brothers went on their way. The path grew steeper and the skies grew darker. Finally, they reached the top of the mountain. They quickly threw their water into the river. As their water touched the water of the river, there was a great wind. Then lightning crackled and Hans and Schwartz were swallowed up by a huge dark cloud. At home, Gluck worried about his brothers. "I hope Hans and Schwartz are all right. There is such a big black cloud at the top of the mountain. I will go find them, and if I get to the top of the mountain, I will try to turn the river to gold. Then I can do what I please with the gold. I can help the poor people of the valley." So Gluck went out to find his brothers. Gluck followed the steep path as long as he could. When he stopped to rest, he looked down at Treasure Valley. It was like a desert.
I wish I could turn the valley into a beautiful land again.
Gluck climbed a little higher. He became very thirsty.
I cannot drink this. I have to save it to pour into the river.
Just then, Gluck saw the little puppy.
Oh, I am so thirsty. Please, may I have some of your water?
Gluck thought for a moment.
This puppy needs water more than I need gold. Here, puppy. I hope you can leave me just a few drops.
But the puppy drank all the water. And immediately it changed into the king of the Golden River.
Your Majesty,
Oh, I am so happy to see you. Thank you, Gluck. I am happy to see you too. I was about to give up hope. Your two mean brothers came first. They would not give me any water.
Then you have seen my brothers. Where will I find them?
You will not find them here or anywhere. I would not allow their water in my golden river, because they were such mean and greedy men. Then the king led Gluck to the golden river. Here is the river Gluck. You can turn it to gold.
But I have no water left, sir. Here is a lily with 3 drops of clear dew. Throw this into the river. The water will turn to gold for you.
As the king spoke, he began to disappear.
Goodbye, Gluck.
Goodbye, and thank you, kind king.
Gluck threw the lily into the river.
I must have done something wrong. The water is not turning to gold. Then Gluck turned to look at our treasure valley. The rushing waters of the golden river were flowing into it again. Before his eyes, the land began to bloom. Oh, the golden river is making Treasure Valley rich again. It is as beautiful as it was before. So Gluck went to live in Treasure Valley. It was a rich land, full of fresh grass and young flowers and delicious food. Gluck lived happily ever after in the valley, sharing his riches with the people there. For him, the river had truly become a river of gold. The end. The King of the Golden River by John Ruskin.
Read and presented by George Pitropogiannakis.